Okay, so this is the Chevy truck we're going to repair today. It's got a large dent in this bedside. We're going to repair it and take it from this to this, and we're going to use the G90e dent puller. Let's get started. Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. And on today's episode of Garage Noise, we're going to talk about the G90e dent puller. This is a budget dent puller. It runs around $300. Previously, I had made a video on this, and I went over all the attachments that come with it, the purchase price. I even tested it out a little bit to see how well it worked. But today, we're really going to put it to the test. I have a Chevy pickup here that we've straightened some dents on, and we've used this dent puller on this truck. And I'm going to show you how I did it, what works, what doesn't work, what I like about it, and what I don't like about it. Okay, so here's a look at the instrument panel on this dent puller. And what you have here is you have, right down here, you have the different attachments it comes with, and they have different settings. So we're gonna be using the first attachment. This is the triangle attachment, and it's for the slide hammer. It has, this is the tool, this is where you select the tool right here, and you press this button here, and that activates it, and then you change the tool setting, whatever you want. Okay, so we're going to set it on 1, and then this is the power setting. Oops, switch that. This is the power setting. It goes up to high, and then you press this button and it goes back down to wherever you want. I'm setting it at 8. No particular reason. I've just been using it at 8 and it's been working fine there, so we're going to set it there. So in the previous video, I talked about the ground mount to this. I have switched that ground mount to a magnetic mount. It's a lot easier to work with. Anyway, the other ground, you had to hold it on there and press the button, and it welded it on there, and then you tightened it down. It was kind of a pain in the butt to use. It was just a little frustrating. So, and I was complaining about it in that other video, so here's the other mount. So I switched it over to the magnetic mount. So it works much better, much happier with it. So it has been modified just a tad, but I just wanted to let you know that's one thing I don't like about this is the ground it comes with. Okay, so right there, I think you can see this dent pretty well. What we're gonna do first is we're going to grind this down to bare metal, because you have to have bare metal in order to weld this tab on. And what it does is you weld this on there, and then you can slide hammer or pull the dents out to remove them. Okay, so now we have this switched. Let's we have the dent ground right there. Okay, let's attach the ground. Okay, let's turn the machine on. And then this right here sets the power. We're gonna go up to 8. We're gonna get the low part of the dent right there. And now I can pull it. You see how it's pulling it out? Now this small dent, I don't want to slide hammer. I just want to pull, because I don't want to over pull it. Now I'll twist it to release it. And that dent is pretty much gone. So let's do this top dent here. Weld it. Now I can pull. I'm gonna slide hammer this one just a little bit. Twist it. Okay, so let me show you a little up close. It's gonna be hard to tell, but what I'm gonna do is let me spray some guide coat on this, and then we'll block it a little bit, and I'll show you where you can actually see where the dent was pulled out. Okay, so this is some guide coat here. I'm just gonna spray a dust coat on here and then let it dry off a little bit, and we can see, I can show you where the low spots were. Shake it up a little bit. Shake it up a little bit more. I just have a block here with some 320 on it. And we're just gonna lightly sand over it and we'll see. I'm just holding it flat. Okay, so you can see this is where the dent was. I'm trying to get you in the light. This is where the dent was. That high area right there is where we pulled it out. So this is actually, it's higher than the rest of this panel. This is a little low area here, but that's actually just because this is high right here. And right there is where we pulled the dent out. I can see there's still a little low spot here, but this is where we pulled out where that high area is. Right. So let's pull out this little low area here. Basically just lightly set it on there, weld it, and then you can pull. Now you don't want to move this. You don't want to move this side to side or twist it. You want to do your pulling and then twist it. And you need a clean surface. I mean, I say that, but this had guide coat on it and still welded it. So let's try this larger dent down here. Okay, so on this larger dent, I've went ahead and I've ground that crease where that crease was in the middle of the dent, and we're going to pull right there. But this is some high strength steel on this bedside. So let's see how the G90e pulls this dent out. Okay, so let's turn on the machine. Let's set it back at 8. I don't think it'll need more power than that, but we can always go up to high if we need more power. And then let's pull the center first, and then I'll grind the rest of it, and we'll pull the rest of this dent and finish it. So let me start with this right here. So as you can see, I'm getting some pretty good pulls on this. Right near the edge there is really high strength steel because it's right on the edge of that panel and it's double walled. So it actually pulled it out surprisingly well there. I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to pull it out very well there, but it actually surprised me. On the sheet metal, it pulled out really well. So I just want to let y'all know, if there's something that I didn't cover in this video and you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to answer what I can. I'm more than happy to answer any questions because my goal for this channel is to help you guys out with your DIY repairs, help you repair your own vehicles, give you the information and knowledge that you need to do that. So I'm more than happy to answer any questions. And if you haven't checked out my channel, I have a lot of how-to videos on there. I also have full repair videos. I try to make it a little bit entertaining with end results from start to finish. So check it out. So I'm working this slide hammer with a tweaked back, and on one of these pulls you'll hear me cry out in agony. Just disregard that. I'm okay. I guess we're out, huh? So that's working pretty good. It's coming out gradual, but nice. Okay, I'm gonna run down here now. So, like most of you, I was a little bit skeptical of this tool before I purchased it. The price was so low compared to other tools, similar tools. They run between $1,000 and $3,000, and this one was $300. So, needless to say, I was skeptical. I went ahead and purchased it anyway for $300, and I'm pretty impressed with it so far. So my main question when purchasing this tool was, will it have enough power to pull out a good sized dent? And I think I've answered that question. Yes, it does have enough power. You can't really expect a tool like this to pull out a large dent. For that, you're going to need a pulley machine or something of that nature. But for what this tool is, it works perfectly well. Okay, so that was a pretty good one. Now, I think I need to dolly this high spot right here. But as you can see, this dent puller is working pretty well at pulling this dent out. I'm putting some pretty good hits on it. And it's not breaking loose. It's not letting loose real easy, so man, that's pretty good. And the body line's starting to form right there. You can still see it. So I think this dent is pretty much done. I've detailed it out and finished it. I hope this video helps you decide whether or not this is going to be a good tool for you. And if it is, I did leave a link in the description for the tool. And help out the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Let's take a look at some before and after. If you want to check out the full repair on this Chevy truck, that video will be coming up soon. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel, click the bell so you don't miss anything. We'll see you next time.